Hey everybody, what's up? Michael DiTullo here. Going to do another demo today. Today I'm going to do a demo on some outerwear, a jacket sketch. I feel like over the last few years, outerwear has become a more popular topic for designers, and I thought it'd be fun to do a nice demo. One of the things before I kick off, key to kind of drawing outerwear is being able to draw people, and being able to draw people can be hard. This is a book I've had since I was a college student. I got this when I was a freshman in college, How to Draw Comics the Marvel Way. It's an awesome resource for learning how to draw people and object, anything really, in perspective, but it really kind of breaks it down. Obviously with kind of a comic book Marvel flair to it, but just some really good basics in here that I highly recommend, because we're gonna have to know how to draw people in order to draw some outerwear for people. So I'm just gonna start with a little bit of a page layout. I'm gonna have kind of two views. One just kind of a general, more zoomed out view of a person. So I'm gonna try to get them to be natural. And you see them kind of just, I started by getting kind of the circle for the head in there, and then I think about where the shoulders sit in relationship to that. And then we get down to the waist here. And here's where it gets tricky, because you want the person to kind of feel natural. So starting to feel about like, how their arms might be. And their elbows are kind of just a little bit above their waist. And then it's like, am I gonna have them kind of be in stride or in kind of more of a just kind of standing, relaxed pose? Do something like this. And so, you break down this human form, I kind of think of it in kind of halves. So it's like we have, the head is about half the height of the torso, and then we have the torso down to the knees, and then another little bit of a half here down to the feet. And just thinking about all these little bits, indicating right now, again, just trying to get like kind of a page layout. And then over here, I want just more of a zoomed in of the torso. So again, starting with the head, and then thinking where that torso is in relationship to that. Maybe something like that. And then thinking about those arms. I'm just kind of blocking it in. Obviously, I'm not even close to designing this jacket yet. I'm just really thinking about shape and proportion on the page. All right, let's go. Let's do an overlay over this. So I'm gonna take this page, put a clean sheet over top, and see if we can improve that a little bit. So I'm gonna start thinking about not just the shape of the body now, but the shape of the jacket itself. Again, still not designing yet, just getting the framework in so I can design. This is kind of a winter outerwear jacket. So starting to get that bulk in there a little bit. So right there, I've kind of got the framework for myself to lay a design over. And we think about kind of our whole person, a little zoomed out view of that. Again, kind of focusing on the jacket here. sleeves in there. Just a little indication. I'm not gonna really draw the person fully, but I just wanna, again, give the indication of the person. Indication of hands. Not gonna. It's like, I think sometimes with drawing these things, it's about as much as about what you draw as it's as much about what you don't draw. But now I think I have a pretty nice, basically just a framework here to overlay a design over top. So now I could start actually designing this. I'm gonna get another clean sheet. And this is a lot of what you don't see how designers work. You know, I've been doing this a long time, and so, you know, I still have to do 2 underlays just to kind of get to where I want. I'm gonna pull out a pen. Because now I have a little bit more of a sense of what I'm doing. Can get this a little bit more firmed up. Again, still tweaking, not even designing yet, just getting the overall proportions that I want in. The elbow was a little high. Pull that up a little bit. And again, it's like, I want to make sure that I'm not adding a lot of detail and things that don't matter to the sketch. So, you know, it's like, yeah, could I go crazy and draw in a pair of sneakers here? Sure, but I don't want those to be the focus of the sketch. Okay. I'm gonna start designing the actual jacket now that I've got that in. So I want to do some kind of an interesting collar detail here. Maybe there's kind of a stitch that makes that kind of collar have this little double puff to it. And I got to come back and add that over to my guy over here. Maybe some kind of an interesting snap detail here. One thing I'm thinking about this jacket, I want to have this kind of really bold color block that goes across it. So I'm going to give myself an opportunity to do that here. And then maybe a little piece of piping here. Give me an interesting color blocking opportunity once I start shading this in. Now it's like, you know, I'm gonna have a zipper here, but I'm not gonna wanna go crazy, again, just showing stuff that isn't maybe as important to the design. Maybe there's some kind of a pull here. And then let's see, what do we wanna do for the pockets? Let's do like a seam sealed pocket here. So we got a seam sealed zipper. Duplicate it over here. And keep it simple the rest of the way down here. the key design element is this bold blocking here. Some cinching down here at the bottom, the waist. Get this other arm in there. All right, now I need to kind of telegraph this design over to this sketch. So we've got our bold color block that goes across the shoulder. It's kind of the key thing I want to show in that view, honestly. And then we've got our seam sealed zipper. That coming down. All right, we're ready for a little bit of shade here. Let me get a marker. So I'm gonna start, I wanna just show off this color block, and I want this to be like a really bold block here. So I'm gonna have the shoulders be white and then the lower half be like a really dark gray. So I'm just gonna very loosely indicate what's going on here with this 20% marker. And then gonna come in with this dark gray here. Let's hope this is pretty juicy. It's a little dead. It's all right, we'll make it work. Let me see if I have about 80%. That's really dark. There's a 70. Let's see how juicy this is. Ooh, that's pretty dead. I haven't used my markers in a little while, so they're not happy with me. You know what? Maybe I'm gonna take a different approach on this. I'm just gonna go to really blacken it in. And then I'm gonna come back with a white pencil and kind of pull out all that design I just lost. Okay, just really boldly getting this color block in. You can't be afraid to just kind of get after it. Let's see if I have a slightly smaller but still big Sharpie here. Hang on a second. You know, I think sometimes you just gotta like jump into a sketch and just not be afraid to screw it up. Now this is the size I need. Perfect. Leaving myself little white gaps here in between the sleeve and the torso, just so I can kind of know where I'm at. I'm gonna leave that zipper white. Get just a really nice solid fill in here. It's almost like it's very meditative. when you do these fills. Just the scratchiness of the marker. All right. Again, kind of bring that back over to this side of the sketch. Kind of like do most of the work on this sketch. Kind of that's my main view. And then I just simplify it down as I transfer it over to here. Okay, and I think I'm gonna do like just a bright red highlight here. This is our little color pop. Yeah, it's looking good. Maybe I want to make a red lining too. So that all of this inside move to red. I feel like the lining is sometimes just a fun place to play with color. It's like I always think the lining of a shoe or a jacket, it's like a safe place to have fun with color. So you don't see too much of it. So remember we have this little puff here, so kind of going in this direction. Okay. All right. So now I'm going to start working back into this with a white pencil and a white pen. 1 second, I got a couple of white pens here. Sharpen up a white pencil. I love this technique of just kind of really like blackening things down and then coming back with whites to kind of lift them back up. So here you'll see I'll kind of pull the design back out basically. We had our zipper pull here with some kind of a tab. We had the edge of our zipper. Wrinkles through the jacket. I lost my seam sealed zipper on the other side, so I'm going to bring that back with this white pen. I love these things. And maybe a little bit more definition through that zipper there. And maybe it'd be cool if we did some like welded, I think it'd be nice to do some like welded quilting, like the stitched quilting oftentimes is, the stitched quilting is not waterproof, but I feel like I don't see enough jackets where they're just using kind of welded areas to hold the quilting in place. So I'm just gonna sketch in this little diamond pattern here to indicate that. Transfer that up onto the sleeves. Mirror that over here. And I think that would be kind of like, it's like a little puffy, right? So indicate those puffs. Now it's starting to actually be a unique design. I'm just taking one step at a time. Okay. I want to kind of tone down what's going on in this lining because it's really kind of pulling forward. So I need to shade it down a little bit. So I'm just going to use a blue pencil to really kind of tone down all that red that's going on in there. Because, think of how deep this lining would be inside of there. Maybe I even have a deeper red here to use too. Yeah, let's see what this raspberry red will do. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, let's kind of step back a little bit. Smudge some of this pencil a little bit, just kind of tone it down just a little. Highlight running around here. All right, it's starting to get somewhere. Come back in with my black, shade down. To get, remember that inks are translucent, so the more you kind of put ink over ink, it will kind of build up some tonality. And we're going back over some of my white over here as well. Okay. Kind of define my zippers here, coming back over to the other side of the sketch. Now you're not going to see too much of that red lining here. Maybe you just see a little bit over here as that flap comes out around the neck. And then I'm not gonna really shade in these V's, I'm just gonna indicate them with the white pen. Just so you get the idea that they're there. Again, the sketch kind of secondary, right? So I don't want to go too far with it. A little shadow there. I like to have like a little shadow. It's like almost like the jacket is just invisibly floating with no person in it. Clean up this edge a little bit. Just get a little hint of an edge along the bottom of the piping. Okay. Getting close, guys. We're getting real close. Where'd pen go? Just kind of neaten up some of these edges here. And I think with these things, like, just let it be sketchy. It's okay to, like, it doesn't have to be perfect. I think that's kind of the beauty of a sketch, It's like it's not a perfect thing. It's just communicating an idea, right? And then I'm going to throw just a couple of quick notes on here. Maybe this red piping would be like a 3M reflective. And then we're going to do welded quilting. Collar. And yeah, I think this is going to be pretty much it. Sign it. Too low. 23. I can't believe it is 2023. Kind of insane. I'm going to make some of these lines a little sketchier, just intentionally. There we go. Quick outerwear sketch. Again, remember the steps we took here. All right, first thing, it's kind of laying out the page with some simple kind of like human forms just to get the sense of the outerwear. Then you kind of like harden that up a little bit with just some tighter outlines. And then finally, you could start doing the sketch after that. All right? Let me know how it goes. Again, this book that I used to learn how to draw people, how to draw comics the Marvel way, super helpful. I'm not sure if it's still in print. This copy is 27 years old now. But pick it up if you can and let me know how it goes. Did you try to do a technique like this? If you post it on Instagram, tag me in it at D2Low. Would love to see it. Here, I'll write my IG handle on here so you can see. At D2Low. If you do a sketch, always love to see it. All right, everybody. Michael D2Low, another demo. Have a great rest of your day.